Hello everybody, Heavy Hammer Bushcraft back again, doing a little Bushcraft talk again today. I was thinking about actually bushcrafting itself, and I keep talking about smoothing it. You know, nessmuk always said we don't go into the woods to rough it, we go in to smooth it. And that concept can get a little complicated sometimes, especially if you're new to this. Obviously, my biggest opinion on it is that you're going into the bush to have a good time, to relax, to enjoy nature, just get away from, the miseries and the roughness of day-to-day life. So how do you do that? How do you prepare for that? What goes on in that? Because you obviously just don't grab a bag off the wall and run out the door and now you're smoothing it. There's a whole chunk of bushcraft, or prepping to bushcraft, or prepping to smooth it, that starts at home. It doesn't have to be anything crazy. We're not talking like you don't have to rebuild everything in the world and practice in your living room to do this. But there's things that go into it. You go through your kit, you make sure all your gear is in good shape and in good working order. You go through any perishables like your first aid kit. See if anything that's expired or has an expiry date has expired, and obviously replace it if it has, cycle it out if it's close. Dehydrate some food if you have a dehydrator, or buy some dehydrated foods or something like that if you have the ability to do so, or if you're going to be gone for more than what you could bring fresh food for. Obviously, if you're going for a solo overnight, grab a chunk of meat out of the freezer and a couple of potatoes and go. We've done that multiple times. Me and Hammer did it on this channel. In fact, make some fire starters. If you're going to go out and mow your yard or clean up your yard, you probably have sticks laying around in your yard. Grab those sticks. They make great little kindling items. You can get a good fire starter with those because you can keep them dry in the meantime. I did a video on fire starters a while ago. I believe it was on this channel. So now I'm questioning that, but just candle wax and dryer lint fire starters are easy to make. There's videos all over the internet how to do it. Check your clothing, check your tarp, check if you're bringing a tent, check your tent, make sure there's no, tears or anything that needs to be addressed. Waterproof your boots. If you use permethrin as a bug spray, spray your kit down. Make sure you're not going to have any issues with ticks while you're out there. You get ready to do this stuff before you go. You don't just dive in and just, we're going to have a good time. Yes, but no. Sharpen your knives. Check your axe handles and your knife handles. Make sure they're in good condition and they're not rough in your hands. Make sure all your blades are sharp. If you have carbon steel blades or carbon steel axes, hit them with some fixing wax or some oil, just so they don't rust. Make sure you have your kit stocked. Obviously, your first aid kit. Again, some fixing wax because you're going to need to treat your blades if you're using carbon steel. Some sort of sharpening device. Bring that stuff with you. It's not ridiculously hard to be prepared for that stuff, and it makes life so much easier once you get out into the bush. And when it comes to fire starting, make some char cloth. You don't need to have a fire to make char cloth. You can do that on a little stove. You can do it on your charcoal grill. Char cloth's not difficult to make. I did a video on this channel quite a while ago about it. I can obviously redo that video at some point. Probably would not be a terrible idea. Just prepare. Go through your kit. Make sure you have everything you need. Learn a new skill. Sit down on YouTube or pick up a book and research a new skill. Research something you've not done before. Get a good general idea of it. If it's a book, bring the book with you. When you go out, practice that skill. Learn something new. Try something new in a safe manner, obviously. Don't just, dive in and try to, learn how to sharpen an axe barehanded, blindfolded, and in the dark. It's a terrible idea. But it starts at home. Bushcraft and having a smooth bushcraft experience really does. It starts at home. And the more the little things you learn to take care of in advance of your trip, and the more you're used to going through your kit and doing that, the better time you're going to have, because you don't get surprises. And now, obviously, if you're going out to test your skills and test your survival ability, that might be a different story. But this is bushcraft. We're smoothing it. We're going out to have a good time. So if you don't have a dehydrator, they're available cheap enough. You can make your own jerky. You can dehydrate vegetables. you can dehydrate enough food that you could bring a week's worth of food with you and it weigh almost nothing. As long as you bring enough water or have a water source nearby that you can reconstitute those dehydrated things, it's not a problem in the world. So I just wanted to address that because I am fixing to go up on the hill, provided the tornadoes and such that are supposed to come through in the next couple of days don't do anything crazy around here. I think we'll be okay. So I was thinking about that myself. I got home from Nashville today and was kind of thinking about, well, what am I going to need to do, because I have to work all week, obviously. So I want to make sure I'm prepared if I do decide and the weather cooperates enough for me to go out next weekend, that I have things together. So that's kind of where I fell on today's spectrum and what I wanted to talk about a little bit. I do want to show you guys one thing that I got this weekend. Hammer actually got the same one. Hammer's birthday was just the other day, and he got this for his birthday. I've been drooling over one for a little while because I want to test it out. And I finally, after handling his, decided I was going to stop and pick one up. So, and I know I just did axes, but I've got the Swiss Tech. You know, the light... it's a light felling axe, basically a boy's axe. Finish wise, I'm pretty pleased with it. I'm going to do a little work on the handle. My handle's a little rough, but the grain is really good on it. The overstrike guard I like. It's good heavy leather. It smells like real leather, so I don't think it's a fake. I do have to put an edge on it, like many other people have said. It does not come nearly sharp enough, I don't think. So I'm going to put a better edge on it. And the only thing I'm honestly disappointed in this axe, now I haven't gone out and actually swung it and chopped it anything yet, because I do want to put an edge on it, because it's dull. It's dull. But the only thing I'm a little disappointed with is that it doesn't have any kind of belt loop or belt carry. So, but that's okay, because I have axe carry loops for my belt that I've made, so that's not a big deal. But like everybody has said that I have seen talk about this, it's actually pretty remarkably well-made axe. I've got a little bit of profiling to do, because I do just want a slightly finer profile on it than what it's got. And that's more a personal preference than anything else, but I like it so far. We're going to do, if we get a chance, we're going to do a video, take it out, and after I've put an edge on it, we're going to take it out and swing it around a little bit and see what it does and how it works. I'm probably going to linseed oil this handle like I did the other one I did the other day, just because it is a little rough. So I'll probably take a little bit of sandpaper to it and just smooth it out a little bit. And I'm going to tighten the overstrike guard up because it's plenty loose. But that's my only plans with it so far. But I did just want to introduce it, because we're probably going to play with it and take it out with us a little bit and see how it does. And other than that, that's about all I've got for today. So, like I said, I just got back from Nashville and ran into traffic, of course, on my way back. So it was a bit of a long drive, and I'm not really feeling like doing a whole lot today, because I've got some inside chores that got to be done before work starts this week. So I think I'm going to... There's a little snug to snap on there too, but there we go. It was me, not the axe. So between me and Hammer, we're going to put 2 of these to the test, I think. So hopefully it does as well as everybody says it does. That's all I'm really going to say about it, I guess. But for this video, that's about all I have. I was wanting to get out and do something else, but my drive took a little longer than I thought it was going to today. So it is what it is. I will be back again soon with something actually outside again. So like, comment, subscribe, thumbs up if you got any questions, anything you'd like to hear me talk about or see me talk about, leave it in the comments. And yeah, that's all I got. We'll see you in the bush.